Chapter 86. A Friday dusk reflection from the field's edge. Family is a strange word. It means so much to some and so little to others. To me, it's always felt like something I once knew, but misplaced. My family, as you know, fractured many years ago. Not with fireworks or screaming matches, just a slow, silent kind of collapse. The kind where one day, you realise you're standing in a house that no longer feels like home. Since then, I never quite managed to find my way back to that old definition of family. But in 1986, I came close. My eldest sister had married an American airman the year before, and in what can only be described as an act of immense generosity, he allowed me to live in his house in Peterborough for nearly a year. He was the embodiment of decency. No pretense, no conditions, just kindness wrapped in an accent and a good-natured laugh. It wasn't the same as the childhood family life I had known, but there was a spirit to that house. A warm, funny, laid-back energy that seemed to float in the air like music you didn't need to hear to enjoy. That house, in that time, captured something of the gestalt of the 1980s. Sunshine, music, laughter, and the soft hum of a world that hadn't yet cracked open. Living with someone from a different culture wasn't alien. It was oddly familiar. We'd all grown up with American TV and films, so to have it move from screen to kitchen table just added flavour, literally and figuratively. I remember being introduced to tacos. No briefing, no cautionary note, just a plate of crunchy shells and a heap of fillings. I bit down, and like a culinary grenade, lettuce, cheese, tomato, and salsa exploded in all directions. We howled with laughter. Then we toweled down everything in a 10-foot radius. There were cinnamon donuts from the base. Not the kind you find in supermarkets now, but soft, sugar-dusted rings of joy that no baker has ever quite replicated since. I still think of them now and then, sweet little ghosts of a summer long past. But it wasn't about the food. It was the feel of the place, the calm, the comfort, the sense that here, for this brief flicker in time, things were right. We weren't a traditional family unit, but for me, it was the closest I'd come to that elusive feeling since childhood. And maybe since. The summer of '86 seemed to go on forever. Endless golden light. Everything felt brighter, softer. And then, as all things do, it ended. In '87, they moved back to the States. That chapter quietly closed, like a well-loved book returned to the shelf. I'm not morose about it. In fact, I feel incredibly lucky to have experienced it. It was a different calm to the one I know now, less rooted, more airborne. But both are sacred. Both remind me that peace, however fleeting, is always worth remembering. Some chapters don't need sequels, they just need to be cherished. Chapter 86. A good year, a good home, a good memory. And sometimes that's enough.